So we're going to continue this conversation about what video and what blogging means. And and one of the things I think that goes hand in hand with blogging is obviously your website. It is kind of the heartbeat of where it should be, I guess, anyway, of where all your marketing kind of stems from. So tell us what is important in terms of our website and what kind of content we have on there.
Okay, so your website is your store, right? It's something that somebody can see halfway around the world, what you offer, what you don't offer, and what you're about. When you're looking at your website, your homepage is very important. The About Me is super important. The blogs, of course, are very important because it's living content, constantly changing. So when you have a physical store, if you're a mom and pop hardware store, people know exactly where you are, they know exactly what you have, and they probably know exactly what aisle to go to find their widget. When you have a website, if it's a home hardware store, somebody halfway across the world that needs exactly what you have is now able to buy it because your website is so well designed. The SEO value is there for the exact widget that they need, and they can order it from you if you have that capability.
Right.
Or they can drive to you if that's something that they need to do.
Right.
So your website is more than just a storefront. It's a way to engage with a passive client.
Yeah.
It's a way to market yourself without necessarily throwing your way around, and it also really complements any kind of SEM that you do. So you can't really do Google ads or Facebook ads if you don't have a website.
Right.
And then if it's a poorly done website from 1998 where it's mostly HTML based and it's neon colors or red on green,
or like a lot of white space on the
exactly. And it's okay to have white space and have it look sleek and nice, but is that relevant to what you're selling?
Yeah.
So if you're that hardware store, you don't need a really chic website, but perhaps if you're restoration hardware, where you're a higher level hardware store and you're up and above and beyond in that industry, then of course it would make sense to be a little bit more sleek and modern.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to mention is in the thousands of product description pages we've done for a previous client around the world, the intent needs to be there.
Yeah.
So if it's a page for blue socks for boys, and now all of a sudden I see hammers and nails and dolphins, that's not a great user experience. Or if I click on something and I expect to be taken to an iPhone, but it brings me to mirrors, that's not a great user experience. It's just not relevant there. And so many times I'm on big box store websites or even smaller stores where I click on something and it's just not a relevant experience.
Yeah.
And so what's happening? I'm going to click off. I'm going to go to a competitor, or I'm just going to go check one of my social media accounts.
You're not going to spend time digging around to try and find out where the correct information is. Yeah.
Exactly. And then if I have to dig, the likelihood of me finding your blog, reading, commenting, or contacting is going to go down remarkably quickly.
Are there trends when it comes to how websites are designed? Are you finding that, what people put on, say, for a landing page is different than maybe what it was 5 years ago?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So along the lines of adding video content, so many websites have that. Whether it's a background video that's kind of engaging and eye-catching, or if it's something that auto-plays when you go onto the website where it shows the face of the brand. For instance, you are a solopreneur, woman-owned business.
Right.
I'm also a woman-owned business.
Not single woman, but I do own my business by myself.
Solopreneur, not single. Very much happy married.
My husband's like, what? Yeah.
Apologies. But you are the face of your business.
Yeah.
Largely, I'm the face of my business too, and having a video somewhere on the site, even if it's not on the homepage, is really important. So that's one of the major trends that I've been seeing. When you have websites that have auto-playing capabilities, it becomes super annoying because how many of us have 20 tabs open in our Google Chrome?
Yeah.
You can't figure out which tab has the sound.
Hate it.
And you have other music in the background. Just don't be that annoying website with the autoplay of nonsense.
That's very good to know.
Yeah.
What about the About page? When people have to write their bio, one of the things that I see people say when I'm coaching them on video is, I hate sounding so self-promotional. I don't know what to say. Are there best practices when it comes to writing your bio or your About page in terms of selling yourself but not being, overtly pushy? Or what's the sweet spot?
So the About page isn't about you.
Yeah.
It's really all about your client
without
maybe them knowing. So if you're trying to draw in e-commerce clients, the About page really should be about how you've helped e-commerce clients and what your capabilities are on that scale. where you went to school, what your hobbies are, that's all fun and good. But really, how does your experience in your business help their problem?
Right.
Help solve whatever it is that they're going through at that moment, or maybe down the road, but at least they'll remember. So graduating top of your class, not so important. It's really nice for you and your family to have that accolade.
Right.
But there's been plenty of people who never graduated college.
Right.
Steve Jobs,
Yeah.
Einstein,
Yeah.
who did quite well for themselves.
Right, yeah.
So really, you need to make sure that the About page is about the problem you're solving and not, your all of your hobbies and interests.
Right. So like leveraging your clients' issues, really.
Absolutely.
That makes sense. What else should we know about website content that I have not asked you?
I don't know. There's really so many things about it. So it's honestly also not about the website content that you can see. It's about what's on the back end.
Yeah.
So how are the images on your website compressed?
Yeah.
What is the size that helps make them load more quickly?
Got it.
What is their file name? That's often important too, because image001.jpg means nothing because there's millions of other pictures on the internet saved that way.
Right.
And when you put a picture on the internet or any content on the internet, it's being scraped for the data that's on it, and then the metadata, and then the alt text for the image to make sure that Google knows what it's seeing. It reads text, it doesn't read the color of an image.
Got it. That all sounds very confusing. It's something I could not do on my own. Are these all things that you do and you can help your clients with?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, me and most SEO agencies and digital marketing agencies should be able to help with this.
That's fabulous.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for asking.
I have learned so much.